Effective observations are when practitioners are observing throughout the day in many different aspects of the child's day within the nursery, such as transition times when they're leaving their families, or during snack times, or changing areas. They're not necessarily carried out at set times. Practitioners may want to observe around about 4 or 5 children, but there again they would be observing all of the children all of the time, but maybe focusing on a particular handful of children. Then they would make notes of anything significant. Through effective observations, that they would learn what interests the child, whether there are any schemas identified. Also, getting to know the children puts these observations into particular contexts. For example, if a child is pretending to be a cat and acting like a cat throughout the day, if that child is from a family of cat breeders, that puts it into a certain context. So effective observations as well would follow the notice, analyse and respond cycle. So practitioners would notice something significant maybe, and then they would analyse this, asking themselves, where do we go next with this to take the child's learning one step forward, and also then responding either in the moment. They might respond later on that day, they might respond later on that week.
We observe the children every day, and then after observing every child, we have a big meeting with the staff and with the children if they want to add to anything going on, and also then we put all that feedback then into the planning ready for the next steps.
Every day we observe other adults, we observe children, we observe in our day-to-day lives. So when we observe children, this could be when they're eating, when they're playing, when they're washing their hands. And it's important we know what to do with that information once we've observed, to then analyse. So we look at the why behind everything, and then we respond. So in our response is how we are responding to that observation, what's the why behind it, and then what next steps can we put in place to that observation. An example is if a child or children come in running, that's the observation, that the children are running. So when we're analysing that, we're looking at the why. Do they need to burn some energy? Do they need to go outside? So then the response is that we open the door to let them outside to run free, or do they need more outdoor play? So we then look at have more opportunities to let their energy off outside. As staff, we can then reflect and then respond to each child's needs individually and as a whole.